In Hatha Yoga, the Shat Karma occupies a very, very important place. Shat Karma, 6 acts that yogis do to purify the body. One, or you can say one of the first ones that have to be learned is called Sutra Jala-Neti and Jala-Neti. Purification of the nostrils and rinsing the nose from impurities. Many people in modern time, they do Jala-Neti with plastic vessels in standing position and think that it has a very beneficial effect on the head. But the secret of Sutra Jala-Neti and Jala-Neti is not that you are somehow removing mucus and other things from the nose. It's about activating Ida and Pingala Nadi, 2 nadis which end in the nostrils. Ida, the moon channel originating from the Muladhara chakra from the bottom of the spine, and Pingala, the sun channel, the Shakti channel, also originating from the Muladhara. By doing Sutra Jala-Neti with cotton strings, you are activating these nadis and they will generate an effect on the Muladhara, and the Kundalini, the unconsciousness in the Muladhara chakra, will start to become more conscious. The Kundalini will be awakened. This is the aim. Kundalini, very important in Hatha Yoga. Today, many people think when they have psychotic effect, when they have some kind of trauma or whatever, some kind of psychotic flash, that this is the Kundalini. This is also wrong. Kundalini is a power which starts to come from the mixing of unconsciousness and consciousness inside of you, creating a consciousness which is deeper and higher at the same time. So Kundalini is not something like a psychosis or flashes of energy inside. It is a consciousness that will help the yogi to control what he is doing. When you do yoga, you enter some parts of yourself which contain dangers, and by activating the Kundalini, you are creating a power which is supporting your attempt to enter yourself, which is protecting you and guiding you. Kundalini is the most important. Without Kundalini, yoga is not possible or very, very dangerous. She will prevent accidents, she will not create accidents. Okay, for Sutra Jala-Neti that I want to show you now, you need 2 cotton strings. They are made by hand from cotton. One side of these strings is prepared with beeswax to make it stiff. The other side is like loose cotton threads which are put together. This is called Sutra Jala-Neti, which will be used for this practice. Then the other thing that you need is a lota. This is a lota for Jala-Neti. It's a vessel made of brass to fill in the water that you need to do Jala-Neti. And you need some salt. So you can say for this size of lota, you would take a teaspoon of salt, you put it inside the lota. Then you need warm water, slightly warm water, and you fill this lota with the water. Then, of course, you have to stir, you have to dissolve the salt. The water should not be too salty, but it should have enough salt. You can say it should be like a well-salted soup. You can try. Yeah, it should contain enough salt to have an effect on the nose. The salt will also somehow activate these tissues inside. Okay, then you take this cotton string, 2 cotton strings, you put them inside the salt water, they should be salty, and then you start from the nostril which is more open at the time. So you try to find out which nostril is more open. It's now the left in my body. So you take this string and you push it up. Six times you move the strings back and forth and you take it out from the mouth, not to the nose of course because of the wax, it would create pain. You take the soft end of the string out from the mouth, you put the strings on the somewhere on the side of your bucket. You take the lota with the warm salt water, you put it in one nostril, and all you have to do is to bend your head sideways and you can use half of the lota for one side, the other half of the water for the other side. Sutra and Jala-Neti should always be performed in Kagasana, the crow pose. As I am sitting now or standing now in this pose that Indians use when they talk or sit somewhere, they mostly use Kagasana. In this pose you should perform Sutra-Neti and Jala-Neti. The pose itself, when you do Jala-Neti for instance, it has an effect on the neck, the movement of the head, and the pose, Kagasana, it is a combination of different effects on the body. Okay, when you have finished Jala-Neti, then you need a toilet roll with toilet paper, and you stand up. There will still be water, salt water, inside the sinuses, sinuses of the nose. In these cavities of the nose there will be salt water. This salt water should be removed completely, otherwise it will suddenly start to flow out during the day, sometimes maybe not in a place where you want the water to come out from the nose. So what you have to do is you have to stand up with the feet together. You take a lot of toilet paper into your hand. You put the left hand on the back, you put the right hand with the toilet paper to the nose, and then always exhaling, pushing the air out through the nostrils. You are moving the head in all kind of positions. I will show you to make all the water from all these parts of the nose come out. And so on, you just try to make all the water come out as perfectly as perfectly as possible, and that's it. If you have a very sensitive nose, if you feel that these tissues in the nose are very delicate, or if you have tendency for nose bleeding, then of course you have to do Sutra Jala-Neti very carefully. The friction of these strings will be quite strong. As I said, it has to activate Ida and Pingala Nadi and the health of the head. From this exercise, it's not the cleaning of the nostrils, it's the impact on the Muladhara chakra, and from the bottom of your body comes the energy which creates the health in the head. Courage, calmness, all kind of mental qualities which yogis need. They are not coming from the head, they are coming from the abdomen. If you have a sensitive nose, then after drying the nose with this blowing exercise, you can sit down in any kind of pose, like Sukhasana. You could sit down on the ground and you start to perform Bastrika or Kapalabhati, as it is called, purification of the nose with air. You inhale and then you start to do bellows breathing, strongly changing the nostrils. This will dry the nose more profoundly, and then if you want the tissues in the nose to become really well, you can lay down on the ground in Shavasana after this exercise and pour some ghee, some melted butter or some coconut oil into the nostrils and lubricate these tissues inside the nose with oil. Yeah, this is Sutra Jala-Neti, very important practice to create a strong foundation for Hatha Yoga.